Welcome back to Victory TV. I'm Jana von Schmeling, and we're diving right back in with my father, Grandmaster von Schmeling.
Working on prevention, trying to understand our physiology first, which is, if you understand your physiology, you can control so many diseases, you can prevent so many things. Some people say, oh, you're gonna prevent if somebody else passed, what was it? COVID. Yeah, but what if, actually, I was arguing about this because, yeah, but during COVID, if you do not put a mask, you're gonna pass to others. Actually, and I'm not a doctor in any way, but I will argue this in any way because it's logic. When we were evolving as a human, our body created a system of getting rid of the germs. And the way is by sniffing and coughing.
Sneezing, yeah.
Sneezing and coughing.
Yeah.
Then automatically we'll start to cough, or that way we get rid of that. But if you put a mask,
you're just breathing.
Then all this germ that you're supposed to throw to the air, now you hold it, and now you reinforcing those germs in your body, which is the stupidity of anything. And again, I cannot argue this medically, but it's kind of logic to see. It's like if I had something that I need to spell that my body originally and by God design
nature of our
me
body
to want it to, and then I keep swallowing the same thing. Of course, I'm gonna get sick more, and of course, then of me going and cough and sneeze and the air and having a sunshine on my body and breeze and all that kind of stuff. They are the way to help your body to not to stay inside. And anyway, it's just then again, if we can take care of our body, then learn our emotions and how to not to withhold anything in the emotions. Yeah. Yesterday I was talking to somebody and they say, yeah, because I had high standard and then I keep him to myself, then that's really bad. Because one is when the people, of course I want people, my kids or my team members to have high standard, but really high standard is a misunderstanding. Some people, they trying to create such a high expectation that they suffer all the time.
They're perfectionists.
Yes, that's another phrase that people say, I'm a perfectionist, which is the only thing that is perfect is Mother Nature. Our action won't be perfect. We can attempt to do better, but won't be perfect, because perfection will be the ultimate. Then we just need to behave better, improve a little bit better, act a little bit better. If we cook the next day, we cook something a little bit better. Won't be perfect, okay? Now, in Mother Nature, we had some perfection and we had some imperfection also. You know, we can have 100 trees with fruit and one of the trees with no fruit. That's Mother Nature. Sometimes Mother Nature will skip something. And those things we need to accept and respect. And every level, including as a humans, that's how we are. The next thing that we need to take care of is our mind. That's the reason we're talking about structure, the body, emotion, the heart, and then our mind, the mind. And we need to understand the mind, how they work. And if we put more attention to the mind and instead just feel information to the mind. This is something that you're talking about parents taking their kid to school and they pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to take their kid to the best academic. And they skip the physiology and they skip the emotional part. Yeah. And then they go, and this kid, they go from 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and everything is academic to be, what is that called? The
SAT.
The special kids.
Like
I remember all of you, gifted. I remember all of my kids, they were invited to be in the gifted. Oh my gosh, Johnny need to be in the gifted program. Oh my gosh, Herman need to be in the gifted. Oh, you need to do, I hear this all the time. They're doing with Annabella. Oh, she need to be, she's so smart. Okay, she's smart. I want you to be smart with other human beings. I want
because
they
do isolate the kids in their own little group and they only expose them to the other gifted kids, which is, it limits your social
you pay attention to one part, which is the brain. It's fine. You can fill out the brain. But now, especially now, information is, is worthless, because you can have information in Google and all this. AI can do anything for you now. Then you actually don't need to think anymore. No. You don't need to hold any information in your brain. You can just AI to do it. I mean, Albert Einstein, long time ago, in 1922 or something like that, he say the brain is designed not to accumulate information, but to create. Then that should be the goal. And of course, many people that listen to this, they're gonna say, you don't know nothing about it. This is because going to Harvard, go to Stanford, or going to this is what I want for my kids. And actually, I always wonder, do you want that for your kids because you want your kid to feel fulfilled, or you want to fulfill something that you didn't fulfill yourself and now you want to fulfill through your kid? And I don't want to offend anybody that went to Harvard or Stanford or any major college, because I have many. I just finished playing golf with 3 engineers that they are Siemens engineers. I'm sure they were in the Air Force, and they were,
definitely went to Ivy League schools.
Yeah, I'm sure they put and I'm sure they use their brain so well too. But actually, the reason I play golf with them is because Grandmaster Clark was just asking me who I play with, and then I say, because these guys, they're good guys. You can have a conversation with them. You actually, not just they are smart people, but they actually have social skills, but they are rare.
To have both, yeah,
very
absolutely.
Rare, very rare. We were looking the Olympics and that moment, and then they say, so and so, this athlete, she's so beautiful, and also she's so smart, and she's so pleasant. Okay, there you go. They are rare.
You don't highlight it if it's not rare, right? Because you don't point out the obvious.
Yeah, because then if not, you just look at this athlete, okay, and say, she or he is the faster one or the best one of this and this and that. But you don't hear people say, also she's an IB or a college graduate, but if you can do all 3, fantastic. But again, I would challenge any parents about to do it in the right order. From the earliest possible, to do it in the right order. Make sure your kids play with their physiology, using it, jumping, moving, create this enjoyment to be in your temple, inside your body. And the second thing, the enjoyment of being themselves and interact with other human beings, not just with the pet, not just with the tablet, not just, I see, for example, more and more parents taking their kids to have a dinner, and because they want to have a conversation, the adults want to have a conversation, the kids automatically, they set their kids with the tablet, and then here's the thing, yes, they love it, and you love it, because now you can have a conversation.
Yeah, and a meal.
The problem is, this child is not digesting properly their meal because
they're distracted.
Then the body have to be connected emotionally
to food.
To the food, to be able to connect totally and take all the nutrition from this food. Of course, already it's bad because they're eating junk food, and they have fries and hot dogs, and then already we fill our kids physically with junk. We fill them mentally with junk. And emotionally they are disconnected from us. And they will actually, they watching this and they suddenly go, no, because they lost the game. It's nothing to do with it. Then now
that's disconnected from reality.
Disconnect from reality, from the parents. And now the parents, they are disconnected from their kids, and little by little it's not a family, it's not a connection anymore. Now, other parents can say, but what did you do if you want to talk to us? Well, here's what we do. We're trying to, if I go to my house, I go to the house, I arrive 6:30. My wife always asks me around what time I'm going to arrive. And for many reasons, that way she is available. Because if I go to my house after I didn't see my wife and my kids all day long, and I coming home and she's not available or she's not in the house, you go like, oh my gosh.
Where's everyone?
Yes, you rush to go into your house and it's nowhere. If I go to the house and my kid's just watching TV and my wife is on her computer, I will be like, okay, I'm going to go again because obviously I'm not welcome here. But if when I come into the house or we meet in the house at a particular time, no TV on, and the phone is on the side, and we change our clothes, and now we had a casual, and now we start.
You changed your physiology.
Totally.
You took your clothes off from work.
As soon as, yes.
I love that. I think that that's something that has also changed me. And Wyatt brought it up. He said, "Mama, change out of your victory clothes." And I was like, "Oh, you're right, Wyatt. I'm now home with you. Let me get out of, not that I love my logos, and I love my logos, but it is, you wear the clothes. We were serious in these clothes. We were action in these clothes. Home, different.
Yes. Actually, that's the routine I have. I come in, I say hello, I kiss, hello, and then I go to my closet. I change whatever clothes I have. I change it to something really comfortable, and then I come into the kitchen or anywhere. They say, "Well, what you guys doing? What we're gonna do? Or what we're gonna eat?" And I didn't prepare anything. Okay, I not really feel hungry. Like I already told my wife, I have a lunch. I usually eat very little non-lunch, and today I don't know if this is proper to comment here, but
it's okay.
Chupino,
we can talk about anything.
Chupino, I just play golf in a very prestigious country club because our country club is closed for a week. Then they send us to another one, which is a very prestigious here. It's called Lake Nona, where many of the professional golfers play. Then we played there, and then we went, and I'm gonna have lunch, and I took my clothes to take a shower there. That way I can come here. Then I say, what is the special? Because I usually don't eat lunch. It's just like, then.
You fast till dinner?
Yeah. Usually in the morning, I had coffee, and then we had the victory shake, which is we had every morning. We drink that, and then I don't eat lunch.
Because it's a good breakfast replacement.
Oh yeah,
it's perfect. You could even add.
She usually put avocado.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be hungry
what is
for
those,
lunch.
Those blueberries.
Yum.
Yeah. Then what is the special? And this is a very nice restaurant, and she say Chupino, and I go, wow. How about the soup of the day? And was a shrimp chowder, which is and with salmon. And I go, oh my gosh.
Those are two.
And then I say, okay. Things. I say yes, and I say, okay. I'm gonna order, and then I'm gonna go to shower that way. When I come in, she bring me the shrimp bowl and the Chupino, and I go like, oh my gosh, the two of my favorite dishes, and I start to eat, and then
those
anyway, when I
talk
to my wife, I say, please don't prepare anything for dinner because I have a big lunch, all right? Then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get home, we're gonna do something. Your sister's cat has an operation today, a surgery,
what?
and now they're gonna pick her. It's gonna be
Pudding got surgery.
Yes.
Pudding got fixed.
Anyway, but then maybe we're gonna do something all together, and then when my wife take our daughter to bed, then maybe I would take my computer waiting for her. Then I would take my computer, look the news, or maybe answer some text, or I say good job to somebody or whatever, and then she will come, and now it's our time.
Yeah.
Then the idea is that any adult should have the time with their kids.
I agree.
And their time with themselves. And in no moment the adult should be with their computer or their phone when it's the time with their kids, and no moment the child should be with their computer when it's the time to
be with.
And a meal should be a sacred thing. And like as a comedian say that when he used to be not eating his food, say so many people in Africa don't have food, and there are many people, not just in Africa, there are many people in the world that don't have enough food to eat. We should be celebrating more eating together. We should celebrating more the opportunity we have here in America that actually we can choose, grass-fed
hormone free.
I mean, we can have those choices. We should celebrate more the time that we have together, because for sure we cannot celebrate if we are not together anymore, which is many people lose their kids. Right now we have so many wars going on, so many, we should be celebrating more. Then saying that,
gratitude.
I hope that the parents of Victory that are listening, I know that they are different and they are special, and I'm sure they don't do this kind of stuff, but they can help other parents not to do that. And in any way, I will claim that I'm perfect. I'm sure I make those mistakes with all of you. But most important thing is when you make a mistake, forgive yourself.
Yes.
Because you did it innocently. You didn't do it on purpose. You forgive yourself. When you start to learn to forgive yourself, you learn to forgive others.
Yeah.
But the first person that you should forgive is yourself. And as a parents, we should forgive ourselves, because many times we did what our parents did with us. And our poor parents, they didn't have a graduated parenting profession. No, it's not a manual. Mm-mm. They figured out, and some of them, they did a great job. Others, they did so many things. And still we're doing it, same thing. What we should do so, not perpetuate some wrongdoing.
Repeating history.
And for that, we need to stop and rethinking on our beliefs, because every belief that we have, we acquire from someone else. We don't have, say, this is my belief. No, that's not true. I mean,
didn't get downloaded into your head.
I was introducing Grandmaster Clark to a gentleman from Morocco, and he won a job, and he wanted to live here in America. He won a job as a martial arts instructor. And when I introduced him by the phone, in one moment, because he's very reduced on his English, he said, well, sir, my philosophy is this, and was contradicting what Master Clark said. Master Clark said, sir, you can keep your philosophy and you won't have a job with me. Basically it's like, I mean, because we thinking that we create our own philosophy, and that's not true.
No.
The belief that we had, we acquire from somewhere else, from our parents, our teachers, the society where we come in. Just like religious belief, politics belief, health belief. I mean, look at what happened during COVID. Some people believe, some countries, they were totally influenced. Some states here in the United States, there are more others. I mean, and the people believe it, and the people act on those beliefs. And then 2 years later,
I mean, I was in California.
My gosh!
I mean, like the media and the fear mongering was unbelievable. Yeah. They made me feel like I should have been so scared to be pregnant during COVID. Like that I was such a risk. When there were women pregnant with COVID, actually getting COVID and being totally fine.
I would be more concerned with the young kids that they were vaccinated and now they're gonna get pregnant.
Or they can't. Yeah, they're not gonna be able
to. Or they won't be able to, or what side effects gonna have. And again, I'm not against doctors and science.
Or vaccines. It's just...
actually, I more against vaccines than...
Now?
Because the body, yes, we were able to
evolve.
But the body has some fantastic immune system, And
naturally,
I don't know,
going back to the Mother Nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
But back to the belief, we have so many beliefs that make us suffer. What if we choose beliefs that only make us feel fantastic?
Wow.
What if we choose? Can we choose beliefs? Now, when you're a child, maybe you cannot choose beliefs, or you can have beliefs. Like as a child, you have beliefs like Santa Claus.
Yeah,
it's a belief.
Yeah.
And they
Tooth
really
fairy.
Enjoy it.
Yeah,
or the Tooth Fairy.
I loved it.
I mean,
I loved the Tooth Fairy. I love Santa.
Our
too.
daughter is 10 years old. She still believes on the Tooth Fairy. She still believes in Santa Claus. And we never discourage that, because actually they are beliefs that give you hope, give you some. Now, those beliefs also, they are very confusing, because if the child that believes in Santa Claus and he behave very good, and the son say, better watch out, you better, because Santa Claus can see everything and he knows, and you know this so much better than me, then
like they use
you know what you do and everything else.
Checking on
and
you.
this child is a poor child, and he want a bike.
And now he's going to be on his best behavior.
Yes,
he
and he behaved and then Santa Claus doesn't bring him a bike, bring him some cheap toy, but the neighbor, which is the kid, behaves really bad all the time. He received a bike.
It's confusing.
Now, this child get confused.
And hates Santa Claus.
Is this belief worth it?
Yeah.
That's the reason that we as a parents also we need to guard the belief of our kids.
Yeah.
Neither we can go and say, that doesn't matter, or this matters so much. We need to guard what kind of belief we want our kids to have. Because if they acquire their own beliefs from the teacher or from the government or from the TikTok or from the social media or from the neighbor, that doesn't have the similar outcome that you want.
Yeah.
Or like there are beliefs from parents that I argue with parents all this time about they believe that their kids should try so many things.
Yeah.
But yes, you can expose to your kid to something, but really you need to expose him to everything. I mean, if I need to expose you to orange juice and Coca-Cola and water and I don't need to expose you to that. I mean, if it's something, it's like here's a cigarette, here's a marijuana, here's a what is it? All the other drugs. I don't know the names of the other drugs, but hashish. What is it called that they sniff?
Cocaine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't need to go and expose my kids to that.
God, no.
Then I don't need to expose my kids to everything.
No.
Then the reason that many parents want their kids to try many things because they're looking for what's going to be easier for their kids. And that's the number one mistake. Because at the moment you find something what's going to be easier,
you're setting them up to already take that easy route.
The easy. And also the brain doesn't develop. Because the way that the brain get developed is by the challenge that the physiology and the emotional get. When the brain
do something difficult.
Yes. That's the reason that we, as a human, we develop our brain much more from the animals. Because the animals, they didn't have to deal with so many challenges because they were predators. For example, they had a big claw, big beak, or they can see longer, or they can hear more. They develop other areas. They develop senses. We develop our brain to be able to create stuff. That way we create tools to be able to defend ourselves or to be able to protect or to hunt. Then that didn't stop now. We still can develop our brain by creating challenges, more difficult, to do difficult things. And those difficult things can be also physiological difficult things. And that's the reason that if you I don't know, if you put, let's say you put one of those things on the wall to climb.
Like rock climbing.
Like rock climbing. And if he go and or like I saw him doing stuff, okay, this, then you develop in their brain, but also if you can do this with the physiology, that's the reason.
Adding the physical.
Yes, you have to add the physiology. You cannot separate everything. I mean, when Albert Einstein was thinking he was doing this, or he would have a little ball in his hand, or he would play the violin. Because when you move in your hand and your foot, okay, or when you see famous leaders, even Steve Jobs, even Elon Musk now, and many of these people that very, very smart, they do their meeting walking, for example. Okay,
walking
or
meetings,
at the school of Victory, at the Master Tree, we do a lot of activities when they're standing up, because they have to be acted. When you want to develop the brain, the only way you're gonna develop the brain and gonna be useful is if you connect it to all the other two parts, which is the physiology and the emotion. And if you want to remember something, you're gonna remember because you connected emotionally to something.
Yes.
You cannot remember and memorize something if it's not connected
to emotion.
That's the reason that a woman and your age, or most women, they it's a joke, but it's the truth. I mean, they forgot where they leave their phone, their purse, their key, but they don't forget what you say 3 years ago when was an argument with their spouse or their partner.
You're absolutely
remember
right.
everything. Also, in your case, you can describe everything what happened when Wyatt was born.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Tell you the smell.
From the smell, the colors, everything, what you were wearing, even the nurse, the doctor, everything. Because that was some very emotional, powerful moment.
Of course, yeah.
The father, maybe he's going to say, yeah, that's the day that my son born, exactly when the 49ers were playing with they remember that detail. I mean, I remember when Annabella, when you born, or when Herman or Victoria born, I remember very little. But if you ask your mother, she will give you all the details.
Yeah.
When same thing happened in the wedding. I mean, if the day was so important, the wedding, you as a woman will describe everything on the wedding.
She probably did some of the planning too.
And we as a man, I remember when the guy says something or something. I mean, we have very little. It's not because we don't love that moment. It's just we weren't connecting emotionally to that moment as a woman would do. Then back to the kids. If we want our kids to remember something, we want to connect them emotionally to that. They want, I don't know, if the child behave very good, or even slightly behave better, and then the parents make a note and bring it to the martial arts instructor, to the victory instructor, and the victory instructor know how to make a big deal about it. That child will be celebrating, and he will remember. Now, every time he remember, he's going to want to repeat it. And what he's going to do, he's going to behave good again. But if he don't remember of the instructor, didn't create this emotional connection to the letter that they read or the parent, then this child won't remember.
No, and they probably be the last good job now.
Yes. Then that's the reason that we, as a parent, we need to physiologically, emotionally connect to what we want they remember. And that is something that the normal teachers in the school, they don't know how to do it.
Also, they're not motivated the way we are as parents for our children to be.
Why would they be?
Exactly. So it's our job. Yeah, it's our job.
Yeah,
it's
And the teacher should be the one that they passing the information. We should be. Well, there are some great teachers out there that know how to. I mean, I had the privilege to work with 3 teachers and a master 3 that they do fantastic, and all 3 of them, I know them very well. But Miss Laverne is one of those people that connect. And she does, one of the greatest connection that she does with her students is by cooking. Then cooking become a major thing for our daughter Annabella, for your sister Annabella, that Annabella wanted to prepare stuff for us.
She's cooked for me.
And she does breakfast for us, and she describes everything. And the reason she does is because the teacher did a good job to connect it. And then we make a big deal when she prepared the meal. But if she prepared the meal and we don't make it an emotional thing, she won't repeat it.
She won't do it again.
Because we as a human, we want to repeat the thing that make us feel good and avoid make the stuff that make us feel bad. Yeah. Now, what does this all have to do with victory? This is what we do. But we use martial art as a tool to pass on this knowledge and this information. And that way the parents can benefit, the children can enjoy, and the fathers can brag about the power of their kids, a daughter or a son. Basically, it's like that.
Well, it's like you say that, when a mom comes in, when a dad comes in, they want 2 different things for their child.
Very different, very different. We had 3 clients at Victory. We had the child, we had the mother, and we had the father. The child want to have fun. The mother want his kid to behave good. The father, he want his kid, her daughter or son, to be able to kick son physically, especially. All right, then that's what they want, and we do that very well. We're gonna retain everybody, and if they stay long enough, they're gonna receive the benefit, and they're gonna create a pattern they're going to create a habit, and they're going to carry that habit for the rest of their life.
It was such an honor sitting and talking to my dad, Grandmaster von Schmeling, the founder of Victory Martial Arts. We were able to talk about the future of what's to come, back to school, and how important it is to continue our human connection in our physiology and our mental and physical fitness. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment. We'll see you soon.